Hello, adventurer. Welcome to the Arcane Ward, a library of stories and adventures of those who came before. Here we invite you to sit back, relax, and enjoy this tale named Ashes to Embers. An exciting narrative of danger, adventure, and humor the likes of which you have never seen before. We thank you, and we hope you enjoy.
Without any further ado, we will go ahead and hop into tonight's session. Previously on Ashes to Embers. After our party, the Ashen Avengers, were able to save the city of Babylon and vanquish their enemy Cicero Corinth, they went shopping, collected a bunch of different magic potions, magic items, and then located Story to be able to fulfill a promise on taking him back to his island home of Oneirophrenia. There, residing on the island, was the Dreamweaver, powerful god who was one of the gods who hasn't signed the Ashen Concordant, and therefore is allowed to interfere with the lives of mortals. Though he was banished to this island of Oneirophrenia, his role in shaping events of the mortal plane is somewhat diminished because of his location. However, information is very important to our party at this moment in time. And paying a trip to an all-knowing deity might be beneficial, to say the least. So our party picks Story up in their fancy ashen skyship and begin to fly east into the ocean. It was then determined that the power of the Ashen Stones on the ship probably wasn't going to be enough to fly them all the way to the island. However, Captain Lazar's song made a very important point. It is a ship, why not sail it? So landing the ship into the crashing waves, our party began the long voyage to the island of Oneirophrenia. Along the way, they had slight mishaps with a storm that knocked down one of the masts. However, our party jumped into action and was able to stabilize and repair the ship in relatively quick time. After which, our party was able to fix it the next day and continue on their journey. However, after a couple more days of sailing, they began to notice off in the distance a ship that was in distress. It was there discovered that a dragon turtle had risen out of the depths and was laying siege to this trading vessel. With a little bit of persuasion, our party jumped into action to aid these fishermen, these merchants, in fending off the dragon turtle. It then was very clear that the dragon turtle was like, what the freaking heck, as our party soundly and quickly dealt with the dragon turtle, as Min the turtle was then transformed into Min the dragon turtle and was able to duke it out with the other dragon turtle. A very small exchange happened where the dragon turtle was very upset that you guys were interfering, and he just wanted a little snack and he just wanted to leave, and it was fine. You brutally murdered this fellow and harvested his soul.
Nice.
After which,
Nama.
there was a brief but tense standoff as Captain Lazar pretty much robbed these merchants blindly. As he took the safe, Misty stepped back onto his ship and was fully prepared to sail away after completely robbing these people. However, Savage de la Guin, a kind-hearted soul, stepped in to make recompense.
Sick. All right, but yeah, you all begin to make your way up onto the deck of the ship. With your guys' passive perception, nothing seems out of the ordinary right now. It's like there's a steady wind blowing, providing you guys some. Sorry, this is really important. Have you guys noticed that the sails are pointed the wrong direction on the ship?
What?
They're pointed the correct direction, sir.
Backwards? What do you mean?
Because the wind is blowing that direction.
That is the way that they're supposed. That is the way they are going. I don't know what you're referring to.
Caleb.
Oh, sorry. I thought this was the front of the ship. I'm just dumb.
I was like, Caleb?
No, that's correct. Sorry, I'm just dumb.
Is this like the trick question? Like, which way is the bus rolling when the wheels are turning this way?
Just try to make sure that we're paying attention.
Yeah, just making sure you guys are paying attention. We're all good here, right?
You were prepared to say it, put it on backwards.
But yeah, you guys make your way to the deck of the ship, begin to kind of survey the ocean and stuff. Abby calls out the time of about 24 hours. Not even 24 hours, you will be able to see the island of Oneirophrenia approaching right around sunset. So you'll be able to reach the island right after dark when the sun is setting. But the day is yours, whatever you guys would like to be doing during this time. And, yeah.
I'd like to go up to the crow's nest and make a good... I don't know what you would call it, but search of our surroundings.
Perception, just like a...
I mean, yeah. So...
I'm simply going through my spell book and I'm changing what I prepare. Spend time studying.
Okay, that's an 18, but my passive is 19.
Okay. As you kind of make up on to the very tippity top of the crow's nest and begin to peer out over the ocean and stuff, nothing as far as the eye can see except open ocean. You can see the sun reflecting off the waves that are like slowly crashing around. Seagulls are currently flying overhead, kind of a good sign that land is pretty close, probably within a day's journey. So, like, you see that and you're like, oh yeah, we're coming up on an island. All right. At this point in time, Story kind of makes his way up to the deck. Big stretch. Oh my lord. It is going to be nice to be able to make it back to my home. Thank you all again for providing me this respite back to my island. Hopefully my family is doing all right and they won't be too upset for me leaving. But you know, charged by the Dreamweaver to go and find the vessel, I think they would understand.
This is true.
All right.
I would like to go fishing.
Sweet. Amazing. Varian, you're going to go ahead and grab your line and reel and
Fishing mini game.
begin to fish over the side. Clean, was there some more things that you were wanting to work on with your guns and such?
Oh yeah, that also does remind me of some other project, but yeah.
Honestly, I can't remember. It's like my pistol. What was I?
You
What was
were
I
working on scopes, and then you were also wanting to craft some more bullets.
Yeah, craft bullets. My stuff is already scoped.
Both of your pistols are?
Yeah.
I did want to get Clayton's help to make a inferior version of black powder for my smoke bombs.
Okay. If that's something that you guys would like to work on today, you can go ahead and 100% do that.
Yeah.
Hey, Clayton.
So instead of going fishing, Varian, you're gonna go help Clayton craft those things.
Done.
Well, how much time would it take to catch a fish?
Well, that's true. It would probably take about an hour to catch a fish on a moving boat, going pretty quickly. It's more of like you would actually have to fish off the back of the boat and kind of just drag the line, and like only the faster fishes would be able to keep up.
Okay. That's a dirty 20.
Nice.
All right. Yeah.
Natural 19.
During your kind of your time fishing off the back of the boat, you're able to kind of catch a couple of relatively small grouper fishes. Like they're still pretty big, like compared to like river fishes and lake fishes, but like a little bit on the smaller side. You're able to kind of pull them up onto the deck and stuff. And Story is over there, kind of like nodding to you, and like these will make some fine eating, my friend. And you'll like help take them back down to the galley and kind of prepare them for like just curing the meats and making sure that they're going to stay fresh.
Very nice.
After you're done fishing, do you?
I then start my project with Clayton.
All right. Clayton, you're kind of down in your own personal room. You've laid out all of your instruments of your trade and have been able to. Actually, would you be in the bag?
Yeah, probably in the bag.
Yeah. So the bag of Butler is probably in one of the rooms you're currently in, down in your workshop. You have all of your tools spread out. You have a forge off to the side, like your hammer and anvil, all manner of tools and stuff. And as you are slowly beginning to make preparations to craft this bullet, this is the first time that you have been crafting it since Babylon. And as you kind of reach into your satchel that you keep on your person at all times, and you pull out the blueprints that you decided to keep. As you pull it out, a small note, folded piece of paper, falls out from amongst the blueprints.
What is this?
As you kind of stoop down to pick it up and you kind of open it up, you immediately recognize the kind of scrawling penmanship of your father. And as you kind of glance to the very top of the page and began to read, you can see that a lot of it is smudged, and seems to be like, as you kind of look on it, parts of the ink have been doused with some little splatters of some sort of liquid, and as you look at it, it looks like a lot of the ink has been smudged by tears that kind of have stained the front of this letter. But as you hold it up and you begin to read, it says, "My dearest son, as a father, I have failed you in many aspects of your life. but I've come to realize the error of my ways. And though I was being held at gunpoint, you could say, during our time in Babylon, the time I spent with you working on something that actually means something reminded me of the good old days of me, you, and your mother working on projects and doing something that actually was worth a damn. My apologies do mean nothing for the betrayal that I have done to you, but the only thing that I could potentially do to make amends for me and for you is to find your mother. I'm going to be traveling back to our home village. Hopefully there they'll be able to provide me with some general information of where I can find the city of Cogs, the city of Makan. And I will set off there immediately to secure the release of your mother. I know this might be too little too late, but I do hope that we can be one happy family again. I will send you word once I have located the city of Makan. And at the bottom, it is signed Richard Deadeye.
Right on you, Father. Glad that you've turned a good leaf.
At that moment in time, Virian, you kind of appear in the parlor of the bag of butler. You see the butler, as always, is behind the desk, kind of writing something, scratching something onto a piece of parchment as he looks up. Oh, Virian, whatever can I do for you?
I'm looking for Clayton.
He's in the workshop, right through here. And he kind of gestures towards the door off to the left.
Thank you, Butler.
Of course.
I walk through the door, but on the door frame, I lightly knock on it.
Hey, Virian.
Clayton. I think it's time, given the time that we've been blessed with, to work on that project I brought up.
Oh, yes, your little smoke bombs.
Yes, I believe that they would serve us pretty well. The thing is, I've already gathered most of the components that I believe we would need to create it. When we were in Babylon, I managed to get quite the heavy block of incense from the Church of Ash. And, oh, what else? It's been so long. Well, some other ingredients that I'm sure I have stashed away here somewhere. But I believe, after observing your powder invention, that if we had something similar to it that combusted as quickly, combined with the other components, that would really release a very thick and dense smoke in a small area.
Sure. Yes, bring me the cones, set them on the table. We'll get through this right away. This will be easy enough.
Oh, sulfur. That was it. So Varian goes into his alchemy lab and he grabs all the components and comes back. Also bringing, I don't know, maybe 5 glass vials, or not vials, vials, but more like bottles, spherical rather than cylindrical.
Mm-hmm.
But very thin, fragile, easy to break.
Perfect. All right. As you guys are going to delve into this, which would you like to craft first? The bullets or the vials?
I'd want to do the vials to get that out of the way. I wouldn't want him around for doing the bullets.
Okay, perfect. All right. So what I'm going to have for this is first, I will have you guys do blah 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 blah. An intelligence check.
Okay.
So between the two of you, so you can pick. I would choose the person who has the highest intelligence modifier, and that person can roll with advantage.
I have a +3 to my intelligence.
Oh, I'm looking. I'm looking at all my skills. I'm like, intelligence isn't here, guys.
Your intelligence
no,
is definitely not very high.
Yeah, exactly. It's a 1.
All right.
My wisdom is a lot higher. So.
Okay. Virion, then you can go ahead and roll with advantage. The DC for the I'll let you know right now. The DC at this moment in time is going to be, if you get higher than a 10, you'll be able to craft 1 vial. If you get higher than a 12, you'll be able to craft 2 vials. And if you get higher than a 15, you'll be able to craft 3.
Okay. Oh. Oh.
Oh. You advantaged it, right?
Yeah, it just rolled weird. 14.
14.
They're both terrible rolls.
Okay. Clayton, now go ahead and make me a sleight of hand check with advantage as you begin to add these chemical components and be able to add your like special touches to be able to make them combustible in such a way that it would remain shelf stable until Virion throws it.
And
19.
I would like to somehow pay attention to how he's doing this without him realizing.
Okay. Clayton, are you trying to hide this at all?
What are specifically we doing?
So you are technically crafting a partial. It's going to be technically half black powder.
Just the most basic form of like black powder.
Yeah.
Sure, for kicks and giggles, I'm trying to be a little nonchalant, sneaky with it, but I rolled a 19.
Okay. All right. Make me a stealth check. Just plain stealth, regular roll.
Dang, only an 11.
Vera, you get the sense that Clayton is a little bit cautious whenever the black powder is involved and stuff. And he kind of like sets you to begin the incense portion of the thing while he's off making the black powder. And you can kind of like, as he's working, you can kind of see out of the corner of your eye a little bit of how he's making this partial black powder for this situation. In the future, if you want to learn how to make it fully, you'll have to make another intelligence check while he's working, and the DC is going to be 15.
Okay.
But it would be
okay.
Go ahead.
There is one last modification that I would like to add to the smoke bombs, if it's not too late.
Okay.
Just the color of the smoke. I would like to... I'm not sure if we'd have a dye. I'm sure I can make a dye in my alchemical lab. But I would like to make the smoke, when it goes off, to be crimson red.
Okay. I would say that you could probably, the incense that you got from the church, you could have had that commissioned with dye in it already.
Okay.
So it would burn red for you.
Yeah, I need to stay true to my blood hunter roots.
All right. With that, all right. So you are able to craft these 2 vials. How they are going to work is you will be able to use them as a bonus action to throw them to a space within range. The range is going to be whatever your strength score is. That is how many feet you can throw it times 2. So if your strength score is 20, you can throw it 40 feet away from it.
I could throw it 38 feet.
Okay. So you can throw it as a bonus action. Whatever square it lands on, the effects of fog cloud are going to be affecting that area. But instead of 20-foot radius, it is 10-foot radius.
Okay. Fog cloud, huh?
Mm-hmm.
So a 10-foot radius, so then it's a 9x9 square.
Yes.
It's not bad.
And it lasts blah blah blah. It lasts 30 seconds, so half a minute.
So 5 rounds.
5 rounds.
Okay.
And whoever is in that area, it is you're under the condition of heavily obscured. So all rolls have disadvantage while you're heavily obscured. It's pretty much like darkness and being blinded, but like wind can like blow away the smoke cloud and all that kind of stuff.
Now, I do have a question I feel like I should ask now, to not meta too much, but if I were to want to like try and assassinate somebody like Assassin's Creed style, but I drop the smoke bomb from a height first on them or like a group of people, and then I drop down on them, would I have disadvantage on the attack, or would I still be able to see them from like above and be able to roll normally? So it'd be kind of like a surprise attack. I'd be adding sneak attack as well because, you know, I have the level in rogue now.
Mm-hmm.
And now just like drop from a perch and just use the hidden blade to do my business.
Yeah. As long as you're outside of the fog cloud and you're the one setting off the smoke bomb, then I would say that yes, you would be able to know where that person was. You have to, but it has to be before they can take a turn in combat. Make sense?
Yeah, either that or, you know, start of the round like surprise attack.
Yeah, pretty much like that. So
Okay.
you would be able to use it against any. You would not have disadvantage against anybody within the smoke cloud if they haven't taken a turn in combat. But as soon as they take a turn in combat, then the effects of heavily obscured applies because they can move around within it.
So then he would have to throw it. Would that be his action to throw it?
It would be a
Bonus
action.
action.
Okay. Though surprise attack there's no surprise attack. It's just surprise is a condition.
Yeah.
Oh,
I know.
yes, that's what
Okay.
I mean. But yeah,
It's-
I'm using my action to attack, but it's surprise.
Bonus action would be to throw the thing and then got it. Okay. Just wanted to make sure. Well, Levi's not here. Somebody has to kind of be a rule lawyer.
Well, we don't need a royal lawyer. I mean, we all understand the rules. But all right, cool. Sounds good.
All right. So those vials are crafted.
All right, sweet.
Clayton, do you kick Virian out?
Yep.
No, he doesn't have to kick me out. My job is done. I thank you. And I take my leave.
All right. Okay, Clayton, go ahead and give me a roll. This is going to be kind of a cumulative of the past 3 days of your journey. Like I said before, it takes 3 days to craft one of these bullets. So this is the end of the third day. You had all your stuff ready. You finally got you pulled out your blueprints, and now you're crafting it all together. Go ahead and give me a sleight of hand check to be able to craft this bullet. DC with the blueprint is 10.
18.
Nice. All right, you are able to craft one bullet. All right. What about the rest of you? What is everybody else doing during this day of journeying on the sea?
I can't remember, but did I ever put in the order for the crossbow to be added to my gauntlet?
Yes, but you never gave him your gauntlet.
I thought I did because he was working on it.
Oh, yeah. Right when you got on the boat, because you knew that you weren't going to be using your gauntlet while you were on the boat.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes. Then at the end of the day today, it would be finished. So right when you guys are arriving on the island.
Sweet. All right. Cool. Thanks.
All right.
Menelin is going to be spending the time transcribing a second copy of his grimoire.
All right.
Because there's a lot of spells in there. My teacher at the beginning, as physically abusive as he may have been, gave me a very good grimoire, and I don't really want to either lose it or have it get damaged. So it feels prudent to have a backup.
This does make me think of things that Virion wants to write. I won't go into detail here. I will send you, Caleb, a copy of it later, outside the game. But he does want to write a letter.
Okay. All right. What about the rest of you, Savage? What will you be doing during this time?
I am just hanging out. Nothing in particular.
Nice. All right, is there anything that you potentially want to work on, maybe train, maybe make during this time? You are a cleric of the Church of Ash. You could technically craft holy water.
Ooh.
Oh, I got that covered.
Yeah, that's a good thing to have.
All right.
Ooh, that reminds me, Clayton, you should make a bullet with holy water inside of them.
I can do that. I can help with that.
Yeah, that would be nice. Give Savage a 6-shooter holy smite weapon, or I don't know how it works.
No.
Cool.
One of those.
Be a paladin with your weapon.
One of those.
Dude, can you imagine a gunslinging paladin with holy water in the bullet?
I will smite you with the holy repetition of America. I'm the paladin of America.
Dude, I can already see. So it's actually waterlogged wooden bullets with a silver core soaked in holy water.
Yeah, that just sounds like monster hunting bullets, in all honesty.
I'm telling you, man, we just get those Orbeez gel guns and just bless them before you start shooting.
Well, not just that, but the wooden part, that's great for vampires. The silver core, great for werewolves, and then the holy water component, great for fiends. So you pretty much just, silver also for pretty much any other monster too, because it's perfect.
All right, Clayton, I got a commission for you.
There we go. I could make so much money off of the church for just making these.
Dude, make those into arrow tips too, and Varian would be a very happy monster hunter.
All right, Grave. What are you going to be doing during this time?
Oh, let's see. I'm writing a children's book for dragons. How to stay loyal and keep your mind strong and sharp.
That's hilarious.
Perfect. I like it.
It's teachings for the children. That's just how you basically just like a small summary of like this is how you avoid from being controlled or being mind controlled. So it'd be like a grimoire for them, we'll say, that like gives them like +1 wisdom or something, right? But it's very basic stuff, like, you know, it's like you gotta have loyalty. You have to know what your objective is. Like, always stay true to your heart, and you won't be swayed. Just things like that.
Webster's dictionary defines wisdom as, or defines
Grave.
loyalty as.
While you are sitting in your cabin, pen and ink in your hands, scrawling across parchment, there's a moment where, as you are beginning to write, your hand in which you're writing, you begin to feel the faintest pulse of pain, kind of a little bit like writer's cramp.
Mm-hmm.
But as you continue to write, you watch as you look down at the gauntlet covering your hand. You can see it begins to kind of pulse with that black, inky, tendril-like.
Oh, and now I had to roll for control, huh? As I write a book about control.
Yeah, go ahead. But as you begin to kind of write this,
better hope that book is accurate.
And the pain begins to intensify from just regular like writer's cramp to excruciating pain, as it feels like jagged needles begin to impact like into your palm. You watch as the black
one
ink
sick book, man,
slowly begins to kind of course up, diving in and out of the armor as it pulses with a steady heartbeat up your arm, all the way to your elbow, up to your shoulder, and you feel it pulse one last time, and then goes still. But go ahead and make that control roll for me. Mm-hmm. But as you kind of like sit there and are writing, it has never been this bad before.
All right, what is my save? It's a straight 12 roll.
Straight 12? DC was 10.
The 10. Oh, so it's just a straight roll. It wasn't even like a...
Mm-hmm.
Oof, that would have stunk.
But as you feel the pulse slowly kind of subside and the pain slowly kind of diminish, a little bit of concern kind of falls into your chest as you kind of realize that it shouldn't have been so intense, and it shouldn't have just happened because you were writing. It seems like your condition or something to do with your armor is getting worse. And it's a big concern.
Mm-hmm. I guess I'll like make an additional note in my book, like, and tonics help as I take a sip of like a health potion.
All right. Perfect.
How to keep cool under pressure. Title of the book.
Okay. Now, Ellie, last but not least, what are you doing during this time?
I feel like mainly just hovering around other people, watching what they're doing, and trying not to annoy them too much.
Oh yeah, like what were you thinking when you saw me like having a life or death situation there?
Just not shoving my face into like the armor, like going small enough to fly in between.
As soon as things turned south, just did the whole like, I'll
Like-
leave you to it, and just
Like
walk.
I was sitting there like clutching my wrist, like as the tendrils were coming out of my fingertips, like ah.
It's like
She's just like, oh shoot.
sitting staring at everyone doing their thing and trying not to let the intrusive thoughts win.
Ellie
Well-
actually doing the whole, oh, would you look at the time, and then just dipping out.
Have you been doing that the entire time?
Pretty much.
Okay. Because when
Well, you
Yoli,
Butler.
what?
Oh, never mind. Sorry.
No, it's fine. I was just saying that I actually thought about this before Yuli started with what he was doing, but Virian actually wanted to talk to you about something. So
Cool.
if we're allowed to, if she was like hovering around like when I was fishing,
Mm-hmm. Sure.
Mhm.
cool. Virian, in like the most polite way that he can, he's not wanting to grill you on anything. He's not trying to interrogate you. But he
Just-
definitely what?
Just wants some answers.
He definitely wants to know what you are. Because he's been watching you long enough to know that you aren't what you make yourself appear to be.
All right, but you sit there fishing. Ellie's kind of currently flying around, kind of just like, hey, what you doing, kind of a thing. But yeah, you guys are sitting there.
Ellie.
Mhm.
You don't get to be my age and this successful of a blood hunter.
Well, how old are you?
It's irrelevant. Point is, when you've been around the block as many times as I have, you see some very interesting things within the world. At this point in my life, I've seen so much. I can typically know what it is that I hunt before I even see it. I know the monster or creature or human being before I even catch its scent. But with you, you're unique. You're different. I've never encountered something like you before. And it makes me very uneasy. Because I would very much like to know what you are. So far, you've been a friend. But a friend doesn't hide behind a mask either. Now, I know I'm preaching to the choir. I have secrets of my own. I don't need to know your past. But I would like to be your friend. And I would like to have your trust.
Okay. I wanted to be very, very clear to him that even though he's being incredibly serious, I'm still incredibly nonchalant about it.
Well,
what?
I guess I should just be forward then. What exactly are you, Ellie?
I'm Ellie.
Min's gonna come and chime in. Yeah, Ellie's just Ellie. Ellie's always been Ellie.
Yeah.
And there that goes.
Wah, wah, wah. Just Ellie. Right.
Ellie is Ellie. However, Min, you know her better than anyone else in our group.
That is true.
I just don't want this to be a hindrance.
Oh, it won't be. Ellie's good. Ellie helps us.
I'm aware. But it's also incredibly useful to the group to know exactly what it is that we're all capable of.
Well, I mean, if we just assume that everybody else is gonna pick up the, pick up where we're not good, then we won't get any better.
I'm not gonna lie, that made no sense. Like at all.
I'm trying so hard to stay in character, but I'm laughing too much.
I write in my book as you're saying that sometimes when you're confused, it might not be a confusion spell, just your friends don't make sense.
I will now pray for you.
If that doesn't get made into a short, I quit. That was so unintentional, but was great.
It's my brother and Ash. This makes no sense.
I have seen her be a small fairy to the size of a human being, average human being, and then evidently she turned into a dragon as well without the aid of a scale.
I turned into a dragon?
I mean, I turned into a giant dragon turtle, which is just a normal turtle, but bigger with,
Right,
more
via the
choppy.
enlarged spell.
No, it was more than that. I became a dragon turtle. It was pretty cool. I was really fat.
Perfect size for hugging dragons, though.
It was glorious.
Early,
Hmm?
as you are having this conversation with this group, you have an air of whimsy and nonchalance. And for the most part, that is what you are feeling. However, as you begin to approach that island of Oneirophrenia, and you sail ever closer, you can feel a powerful pulse,
Uh-oh.
like a wave of immense, magical, godlike power pulsing out from the direction that you are heading towards. And it does give you a small bit of concern. The Dreamweaver will know who you are.
Hmm.
And he might not look kindly on you being there. Does Ellie have a plan?
Nope.
Nope. That's
Throw
what
Min at it and hope. Throw Min at it and hope that they pay more attention to Min than to her. Min
I
is now
notice-
the ultimate distraction.
Does Varian notice any sort of change in her-
Ellie, go ahead and roll me a deception check. Virian, roll me an insight check.
Do either of them get advantage or disadvantage due to my fantastic speech?
No. This is because this is just straight.
Oh, that's 27.
27.
Or freaking. See, I thought I rolled pretty decent, but yeah, no. I rolled an 18.
I have a plus 13 to deception.
Disgusting.
What a visceral reaction.
But
all right.
You do get the sense, Ellie, that
Sucks to suck, Talon.
Yeah, that's the story of my life.
Eventually, it will come out fully who you are.
But it is not this day.
But it is not this.
For I am no man.
I'm Roman.
But as you all have this conversation, a little bit of frustration on Varian's part as Ellie is clearly dodging his questions, but doing it in such a way that it doesn't seem like she's intentionally doing it. Just kind of slightly changing the subject here and there, but it seems to dance around in circles for the better part of an hour and doesn't seem to ever come to a resolution of what Ellie is. She's just Ellie. But as the sun slowly begins to set off in the distance, and you begin to see very, very faintly off in the distance of the horizon, right where the sun begins to set over the horizon of the water, you begin to see a dark speck, a landmass slowly approaching. And slowly,
And ho!
the
Why would you
call echoes out as Clayton calls from the crow's nest. Off in the distance, a black speck, and your destination, the island of Oneirophrenia. As you begin to sail ever closer, soon the sun is set fully, and darkness takes the night sky as the ocean waves slowly begin to dive down further and further as the deeper blue of the deep oceans gives way to the lighter tropical hues of an island coast. And slowly the island comes in even more focus. But the first thing that you begin to see as you begin to approach is jagged structures jutting out of the water. As you begin to slowly approach closer and closer, the moonlight and the stars play upon the light outside, but you can see the colors begin to slowly shine through. Bright pinks, deep blues, vibrant purples, greens, yellows, all manner of rainbow structures seem to be jutting out of the water in jagged spikes. As you slowly begin to approach further and further, these jagged spikes of coral, what you realize, slowly begin to converge into larger and larger masses, till finally you notice something. Savage, with the highest passive perception, you are the first to notice.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of the vibrant colors, you see something stark white. And as you look at it, you recognize it. It's not stark white. It's bone white.
Hmm.
And as you begin to sail past one of these structures, a jagged spine of coral jutting out of the water seems to impale itself directly through the torso and shell of a massive dragon turtle. The bones and carcass left behind. You continue sailing, and
I think it's time that we maybe take flight.
You call that out, Captain Lazar kind of nods, and slowly the boat begins to rise ever so much out of the water, just enough to provide some safety, but enough to make it closer to the bay and safety. But as you begin to rise more out of the water, again, off in the distance, as you begin to pass, a second, a third, a fourth, and then a fifth. Stark white bones and massive shells of nearly 7 dragon turtles impaled and dead on jagged spikes of coral. A deep sense of foreboding slowly falls upon the party as the gravity of the danger of the situation slowly kind of takes effect.
Story. This is your home. Is this the guardian that you were speaking of?
Ah, yes. This is the Otiamu. Do not trouble yourselves too much. It will not attack us unless we are trying to escape the island. We may land the ship in a safe harbor, and it will not be disturbed by them. I can guarantee it.
Until we leave the island.
As soon as we try to sail past the coral outcroppings that we sailed in on, it will not attempt to stop us. At least
Keep it in the air.
that is the hope. Hopefully we will be able to fly out of here without any difficulty.
Unless it follows us.
Why did it attack the turtles?
Well,
Yeah, why did it attack the turtles? They didn't do anything.
aside from Min's case, these turtles can't fly.
I don't know, man. I've been known to get off the ground and move like a whole 10 feet per second.
With the aid of Tense's floating disc?
From
I mean, that's not important as to how. It's just, I did it.
Hmm.
I did the thing.
Indeed.
But to answer your question, Viridian, from what we have been able to gather, the primary food source of the Otiamu is dragon turtles.
Well, Min, when we
I'm in
leave
danger.
when we leave the island, you're staying in the ship.
I'm okay with that. Yeah. I think I'm a little small, but to be safe, I'll stay on the ship.
Probably a good idea.
No, not on the ship. In the ship.
By where the cannons are.
If that makes you feel better.
I don't do very well with things that blow up.
Well,
I'll stay in the captain's quarters if that's okay.
there are
Now,
plenty of books in the captain's quarters.
Yes, books that never hurt anybody, except when that one fell on my head that one time.
now you all have this conversation as you fly over the last bit of coral reef that encompasses the island. But as you begin to fly over, you see parts of the coral reef slowly beginning to encroach upon the land itself. Further and further up into the inland, you see the coral spreading as if it has taken over part of the island. But as you watch,
And as the stars from above slowly shine down, something extraordinary is taking place beneath. As you watch where ocean meets sand, giant schools of fish, tropical fish, of hundreds of different multicolored, shiny scales slowly flash in schools of 100 from the ocean. And as they rise out of the light blue water, they appear to swim through the air itself, up onto the mainland itself. Manta rays, sharks, all manner of sea life living within a coral reef seems to fly through the air surrounding the coral as if it is water. A mystifying, magical spectacle. But slowly you fly over it, begin to descend onto the safe harbor. As the boat splashes down and slowly kind of rocks in the swells, Story stands up, throws his hands wide, and says to you all, "Welcome to Oneirophrenia."
Whoa. Get a load of this.
All right. On your mark.
Wait. I need to figure out where I put my remotes.
He's like, where are my hands?
Yeah.
What do I do with my hands?
Never thought I would ask that question.
Why are the
Okay.
hands always
Oh,
gone?
her,
I
it's
can
Ellie's
move now.
if she's not moving.
This is big.
Yeah. All right. On your mark. Get set.
Oh, the boat's here.
Shh. I'm going to the boat.
Go.
This is cool. Dare I say it's corral.
I was really hoping you were going to put it inside the mouth of one of the dragon turtles.
Dude, this is gonna be big to wander through.
This is crazy cool.
I
And
swear, if it's inside of one of these coral, I'm going to be upset.
just a little morbid seeing, we're surrounded by corpses, but hey, aesthetics do as aesthetics do.
I thought for a second I found it, and I was so excited. I found it! I found it!
You
I
found
freaking
it for
found
real?
it! The first time I ever
Oh,
found
I
the
was
shark.
right here next to you. I
Well
was about to go here.
I found the shark.
Dude, I totally was gonna run by this though.
Holy crap.
Where was it?
Is this what it feels like to be special?
Yes.
Yeah.
Let me,
I don't know. Ask Levi.
I'll bring you to it. Do you want me at the table?
If
Right over
Levi
here.
was here, he would have found it first.
This way.
Oh, I was over here too. I went right past it.
I'm standing next to it.
Man, me and him were like all over this place, and he's like, "I found it," and I'm like, "No."
Nice.
Back to the table.
I feel special.
You should.
Thank you.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
But yeah, this was a lot of fun making, you guys.
I bet. Looks great.
So it's a D10, right?
It sure is.
Yay.
But yeah, this as the boat lands into the water, slowly bobbing up and down in the swells, you have arrived safely upon this quite beautiful, serene expanse of island. Story kind of seems very excited to be home as he kind of motions you all to, all right, okay, so are we going to swim to shore? Should we beach the ship, or is there a little dinghy we can take to the shore?
I assume there's a little dinghy.
All right, everybody into the
The
dinghy.
amount of self-restraint I didn't know I had.
All right,
Moving on.
everybody into the little dinghy.
Hey, Caleb, I think you're still like scraping on your mic.
Oh yeah, sorry.
If it's okay for you with you, I'm gonna stay on the ship.
I think I might as well.
Oh, we're gonna play games.
Well, someone has to babysit.
Hey. I don't need a babysitter. I'm 40 years old.
And totally is.
I
That
know
makes
how old
juvenile.
I am.
That makes it juvenile.
It
Totally.
makes me 10 when you...
Ellie, as you say this, that you would like to remain, ever since you kind of have gotten to the island itself, you can feel this immense pressure. It literally feels like your ears have been popping, and it feels like immense magical energy is just sitting on you, kind of smothering a little bit. But as you kind of say that you're going to stay on the ship, there's like this pulse and a psychic kind of like not too pleasant lance kind of shoots into your mind, and you get an impression. Come or die.
Don't like that.
Don't like what?
Why are you
I
making?
can't remember. Did you say that my glove would be done by the time we got to the island?
Yes.
Hey.
So you hop down into the bag. The butler kind of brandishes it out for you. This for you, my dear Varian. Gives you.
I don't know what I would do without you.
That's what they all say.
Man, I'm afraid I can't stay with you.
Why not?
Reasons I can tell you later.
Okay.
Ooh. I don't think I have any gold at all right now, but I do, since I'm already in there, I do want to tell the butler, I don't want you to make anything for me this time. However, if you're able to create a blueprint of interchangeable broadheads that are able to do different things, such as carry different types of poison.
Never do anything for free. You know this, Varian.
I'm aware I don't have the funds, but it's within your skill set.
Most likely, but I will not be able to know for sure until I get the coin in hand.
How much?
Interesting. How much? Let's say. Come on, interchangeable.
And I trust that you know exactly what I'm referencing.
Yeah, kind of like Hawkeye, like his little funny, like fun, like quiver kind of a thing.
In a way, I mean, it's been months, like many months since I last messaged you about it, but it's somewhere in Discord between us.
Maybe. I can't remember anything like that, but just send it to me again.
I did. I also sent you something in Discord, just a side question.
Okay.
Well,
I have some materials that I would like to use.
Perhaps the butler will take a wobblehead. I mean, they're worth like 11 million gold.
Ooh, yeah, that's well, we don't want to set them free now.
I mean, you can haggle.
Oh, Ellie, how about this? If you have to go, I can astral project and I can, just kind of follow you in case you need me.
I'm alright with that if you are.
That spell scroll had a specific spell on it. It was a specific spell.
Oh, I thought you would. Yeah, because I didn't write any notes on it regarding what it had. I just thought it was an empty spell scroll.
If you, it was a spell of teleport. You guys found it in the pirate friends like underwater.
That's right. Unfortunately, I can't use 7th level spells.
How unfortunate.
If it's a spell scroll, you can.
This changes everything. And by everything, I mean one specific thing.
One specific thing.
So that's
I mean, I'm still going to astral project, and then we'll just retcon and go the other way around.
So with astral projection, you are transported into the astral plane, right?
Transported.
Oh, that's the wrong item.
You're talking about the robe of stars, right?
Yeah, you can use it to enter the astral plane.
Yeah, so you can't astral project with that.
that way. He astral projected before with it, didn't he? Or is that by some other means? I know that you've astral projected before.
Oh no, it wasn't astral projection. I did the astral plane.
I thought that was
when
the
the
same
volcano blew up.
No, astral projection is leaving your body and flying around the world.
Oh. Oh, that's the one with the silver cord or something, isn't it?
Yep.
Ooh,
It's a very, very high level, like, monk ability.
It's also a very, very dangerous.
Very high spell. Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, you need to be careful with that one.
Well, then I don't see any.
So, Min,
Yes.
are you going to be left? Are you going to remain by yourself on the ship all alone?
Min's gonna be sad on the ship.
All by yourself alone?
Yeah.
That's the DM. That's God telling you don't do that.
It is up to you. You can certainly do whatever you would like.
Well, all right, hold up. Let me just read this one spell. That only lasts for a minute, unfortunately. That's not fun.
God's like, hey, bro, you don't want to do that.
Doran's gonna kind of walk up to you as you you seem really, really hesitant, and Story's like, I can promise that no harm will befall you once you are on the city, on the island itself.
I'm not gonna get eaten like those other turtles.
No, you are not going to get eaten. You are too small pickings.
I feel like we should probably leave the ship someplace else. If we're not safe here, the ship probably wouldn't be either.
Dory, I appreciate your encouragement, but I also feel kind of insulted.
That is fair. When you turned into the dragon turtle, if you were Min the dragon turtle, then yes, it would for sure want to eat you. But just Min the dragon turtle right here, not too appetizing. More of like a small appetizer.
An appetizer, but the appetizers at Olive Garden are the best. Those breadsticks are addicting.
That's fair.
Have you not
no appetizer. You are
days?
not an appetizer. No, he does not want to eat you. I can promise.
Okay.
Man, don't worry. We'll be there together.
I fill up on the free bread.
Dude, it's bad. The breadsticks are my kryptonite.
True.
Especially
when you get
Texas
that
Roadhouse.
Alfredo sauce on the side and you dip the breadsticks in the Alfredo sauce.
I'm not a big Alfredo sauce person. I'm a pasta snob, unfortunately.
That's fair.
I was referencing the rules from Texas Roadhouse personally, but
Honestly, any place that gives you those fresh rolls, whether there's
yeah.
butter or garlic involved, it's just cocaine.
They're
Breath bonus.
technically cake. They're not even rolls. They're cake. It's so just
Hey.
delicious.
America. Gotta love it.
After life. Moving on. Okay, Ellie, I guess I guess I'll go with you. I'm still gonna be kind of like my head is gonna be like half nested into the shell as I go about. Whether that obstructs my peripheral vision, I don't care. I'm just.
What was that movie from the early 2000s? Like the Society of Mysteries or something?
Oh yeah.
Scooby-Doo?
No, the guy that'd be like turtle.
Master of Disguise.
Yeah, that's what I'm imagining right now. He's just like picking up his shell and like turtle.
Yep.
Turtle. Yeah. Anyway.
All right.
Man's just gonna be very quietly humming to himself. Muna.
As you guys all clamber into the little dinghy to be able to sail onto the beach itself, Captain Lazar kind of turns back to the ship, kind of like holds out an imaginary remote in his hand and goes, "Abby, go ahead and put it in Bach and turn on the alarm." And he's going to click, like, imaginary click it twice, and you hear a beep beep. And you get the sense that Abby would notify you guys if something were to be happening to the ship, and she would take air, like she would go airborne.
Nice.
I guess that solves that problem.
Now, with that, you guys sail down to the beach itself. You dry dock the dinghy, clamber out, and Story kind of motions for you all. Directly in front of you, you can see a dense kind of jungle forest of palm trees, tall shrubs, but interlaced within it, you can see that there are dense coral stalks. And as you kind of look into the jungle itself, you can see small fishes.
Fish?
Fish. Small fish. And schools of fish slowly swimming through the trees itself. And it's a very kind of surreal experience watching it, as you seem to be, right now you are breathing air.
Right now.
I mean, I could breathe underwater for an hour, but sure. Well, not breathe. I can hold my breath underwater for an hour.
Yep. Man, I missed playing as a turtle.
We're fun to play.
They are.
All right.
They really, really are.
Story is going to kind of motion for you all, and he's going to say, "It is through this forest to the village. If we make ourselves quickly, we can make it through before the nighttime predators wake up."
Predators?
Yes. Mostly sharks of some sort.
Do they like to eat turtles?
No. In fact, they pretty much stay away from anything too big. But, you
said I was small.
You are too small for an amu, but too big for most sharks.
Oh, this is getting complicated.
Not too complicated, I don't think. Am I the only one who doesn't think that it is too complicated?
It's not complicated at all.
Seems
Thank
pretty
you.
really.
Well, I guess we all can't be wrong.
Still, I have a lot of trouble imagining walking through a forest and then turning to seeing a great white just swimming towards me, stalking me.
Well, we can try to be stealthy.
Sure.
Oh.
The image is still a little unsettling.
It would be very unsettling. I promise you that it has happened to me before. You're walking into the forest in the middle of the night, the stars are above, and all of a sudden you see a flash of fins, and there's a great white in your face.
Wait. Are we talking about land sharks?
No, regular sharks that swim through the forest.
Wait, no, that's a land shark.
Do not see. Everything's all wacky right now. Anywhere the coral is, it appears that there's magical ocean that the fish can swim through.
Oh, no,
speaking of which,
glass shark.
it is important. You actually did remind me of this. I am okay because of these. And you actually look as he kind of motions to his neck, and you watch as he kind of pulls up, and you see flaps open, and you see gills on the side of his neck. The rest of you, however, would probably want to be able to breathe underwater.
I'm not the only one seeing that, right?
You know, at this point, I've just kind of taken everything as truth and just not questioned.
Definitely a water shark right there.
I can tell you, right now that this is not going to be the strangest thing that you see on this island.
So I can choose up to 10 willing individuals, and I can cast water breathing on us for 24 hours.
All right.
I feel like that would be a wise decision.
Story would nod to you, and that would be a good idea.
Okay, Min's gonna start chanting under the water, and I'm scared. Do the thing, and just cast water breathing on everybody.
Very well. Now,
I need to find my notepad again with my spell charges.
I do have to warn you all. The longer you stay here upon the island, the more reality may shift. This is an island inhabited by the Dreamweaver. It is named Oneirophrenia.
What does that mean?
State of waking nightmare.
So, are we going to run into a shark boy and maybe a lava girl?
You know, I was thinking the same thing. I thought I saw that in the...
Some young man is going to serenade me. Dream, 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 dream.
We are infringing on so many copyrights right now.
As long as George Lopez doesn't appear in a giant robot thing.
We should make a bunch of electricity puns.
A bunch of, that, and a bunch of thumb dudes.
That's Spy Kids.
Well, I mean...
Yeah, you're mixing one nightmare fuel with another.
Yeah, come on.
It's close enough.
It's
close enough. I feel like they're all connected.
All right.
They're all nightmare fuel, that's for sure.
Without any further ado,
players, if our characters
into the forest we go.
Waking nightmare world, we die in real life.
All right.
This is an SAO.
That's fair. Do we want to be stealthy? What is it that we want to be doing?
How do we swim stealthily?
Well, we technically don't have to swim. We can just walk normally. The fish can swim if they want to, and we can choose to swim if we would like to.
Wait, are you telling me that these sharks can all of a sudden start walking?
No, they're not walking through the forest. They are swimming.
They swim through the air. Use my reference picture as, reference. He pulls out like a hastily scrawled picture that resembles the picture I sent in Discord.
It's literally just a shark above the ground. Like, it does this.
Yeah, that's literally what it looks like. I will insert that right here. Right here. Insert.
Please frame that.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, what are we doing?
I kind of want to fight the sharks, honestly.
All right. Into the forest we go. Are we want to be stealthy?
Bad.
Oh,
Be
I'll take
stealthy.
the stealth approach.
We do group stealth because I'm terrible at my stealth.
It would be group stuff.
Ah, excellent. Then I agree to stealth.
Do.
I mean, I can just teleport us. Okay.
You just want to. I mean, if you would like to teleport us, if that is easier for you, then yes.
I rolled a 14 on stealth. We're going stealth.
Okay.
I did the thing already.
I rolled a
As
23.
he approaches, like you watch as Story kind of bends down, grabs a handful of sand, and throws it in an arc over the entire party. And you watch as like the sand then slowly clings to each one of your bodies and like clothing and stuff, and all of a sudden you take on the shade of the sand and a little bit of foliage as he casts Pass Without a Trace.
Oh, nice. So that's another plus 10, right?
A plus 10 to stealth check. So everybody go ahead and roll stealth for him.
33.
That's
Are we rolling it again or just adding the 10 to what we
Just
already
adding the 10.
rolled?
if you
Oh,
have
okay.
it.
I got 24.
I got
Okay.
29.
19.
All right.
I also
Yeah.
got 20.
16 because I have disadvantage.
Ooh. So 16 total plus the
Plus the
10.
10. Yeah.
Okay.
Wait. Let me look at that again. Oh, my bad. It's a 26. You're right. I lied.
Okay. All right, you guys.
I have a plus 20 to my stealth right now, and I rolled a 7 and a 9.
Dang.
Bruh.
But still.
Oh, wait. Do we have advantage? Or does just Virion have advantage?
I only have advantage because I have the Boots of Elvenkind.
That is correct.
Touche.
With death feet, you all slowly enter into the dark forest. Around you, as the foliage kind of covers up the light of the stars in the sky, dark, deep dark, slowly kind of presses down on each one of you. Off in the distance, you can hear the faint crashing of waves onto the beach. But as you enter into the jungle, you can begin to slowly hear the sounds of nighttime creatures of the jungle. Off in the distance, on the branch of one of the trees, you can see perched on it a parrotfish. A couple of them. Several different multicolored fishes swimming directly next to you. A couple of them actually come up in little schools and begin to nibble at your guys' clothing, as if not recognizing you guys as actual people, but coming to feed upon the different bugs and insect life that thrive within the forest itself. You slowly, ever so slowly, begin to make your way through the forest. Now, as you entered into the forest itself, the feeling of slight weightlessness, as if you were being fully submerged in water, affects you all. You watch as the flaps of clothing begin to free flow. Ellie, you watch as your hair flies up in like cascading ribbons around your face, as around you it seems as though you are submerged in water, but completely dry. Step by step, you make your way through the paths into the dark forest itself. Following single file, Story leads you through it. Several times as you journey through it, you can see off in the distance a group of predatory great white sharks slowly making their way as a pack through the dense, tense forest itself. But with small, careful steps, you are completely unaware to them. They slowly pass and zero in on a group of smaller fish. Above you, you can see a sea turtle flying over, cutting out part of the light from the stars. It is a surreal experience, but a beautiful one. Eventually, with those kind of rolls, I don't think anybody rolled. I think one person rolled lower than a 20. But you guys make it through the forest without any complications. You slowly begin to exit the village. Exit the jungled forest.
Ooh.
And as you slowly exit, you can begin to see through the forest itself buildings, the gurgle of small fountains, and the faint, quiet murmur of voices, and the flicker of flames.
El Dorado.
As you arrive here upon the village, a village called Dream, on the island of Oneirophrenia. You would be arriving right here out of the coral forest.
So I'm a little big. I'm also on top of the tree. Thank you.
All right. Now, this is a new map.
Wow.
So, on your mark,
Are you sure this is a new map? This looks like the same one.
it is technically a new map.
Wait, what?
It is the same as the previous one, but there is a new shark.
Oh. Game on.
All right. On your mark, get set, go.
I feel like you're just waiting for me to stop spinning in circles.
I found it.
Oh, you.
Wow, that was a new record.
That was like Levi speed.
Is it really over here, Caleb?
It sure is.
Where is it?
It's in the boat. The small one.
Oh yeah, it's a big one. It's a big boy. That's a chunker.
Oh,
Yep.
That looks like it belongs in the forest.
This is roughly the size of a
It's a ocean shark.
reef shark. Because we have
All
this-
right.
Is this Tenochtitlan?
This what?
The Aztecs, Tenochtitlan. The
No.
city of the city, Mexico City, but while the Aztecs held it.
Honestly,
This
my
is-
favorite like ancient site is Pumapunku.
El Dorado, my friend.
They are different.
No, this is dreaming.
Mm.
So we're in a dream?
Hmm?
Are
It's
we
a-
in a dream?
I pinch
Is
dreaming
this real life?
to wake it up.
You pinch a tree.
Oh, that was not very kind of you. Yes,
I-
we are awake. We are.
I said I pinch dreaming, not story.
Oh, sorry.
I pinch the city.
You pinched
The
city?
whole city.
Whole city.
One mega pinch.
You know, pinch me. I'm dreaming.
Waka waka.
But yeah,
Giggity.
you guys come in on the outskirts of this town, directly into the center. You can see like palm trees surrounding small buildings. Each of the buildings have this beautiful fountain like cascading up and out of the water and cascading down into the building itself. You can see that the direct center of it has a normal looking oak tree like growing out of a small pedestal. Several different like pyramids around and stuff. But the most defining like feature that you can see is all throughout this central village. You see so many different torches and lights and figures all around, and you can hear the small sound of beating drums.
I hear somebody
Laughing.
microwaving something.
Yeah, we're gonna pause real quick as my roommate microwaves something. You're totally fine, dude. Just go ahead and finish it. I'll just cut this out.
Everyone say hi, roommate.
Everybody say racist stuff that we can't say in the real campaign.
Everybody says hi. Hello there. He says hello there.
General Kenobi.
Kenobi. Yeah, my
It's
roommate's
nice to
got
know we're all sharing one brain cell.
You guys have a brain cell?
It's only 4 goldfish duct taped together, but yes, I do have the one. My other one's currently on loan to my friend in Oklahoma.
We did cover this last week.
Yep.
I do have 5. But that's just because I have to be the DM, and so I have to have more than 4 to be able to put up with your guys' lack of brain cells.
See, I don't think I have any, to be honest.
Hey, I don't know. I thought my thing that I said earlier was pretty smart.
My brain never functions as it should.
All set?
I always feel like I'm having a stroke.
That's
called college.
I'm not in college.
I know, but I went through college and I felt that same way the entire time. It was not a fun feeling.
All right.
Righty then.
Okay. But yeah, as you all like approach this, you can hear the sound of a lively, just like
people
festival.
Gossiping about our arrival.
Yeah, some sort of like dancing. You hear the sound of the beating of drums, the stepping of feet, the chorus of laughter and singing as a party of some sort seems to be.
Hey, look, we're being celebrated.
I guess you could say that it's an adventuring party.
Bad. Bad.
Hey,
Bad.
Thanks.
It's okay, Nick.
I'll see myself out after that one.
But is there anything that you guys would like to do before you enter in?
Min is trying to just not freak out, thinking that they're going to roast him on a spit.
Yeah, I was like, we don't need to keep being stealthy at this point, do we?
Min's going to continue to try and be inconspicuous.
The tree in the center, is there like fruit on that?
There is.
I feel like it's almost taboo to just take from that tree, but hey, go for it, man.
Yeah, probably would be a great offense. Some sort of like spiritual
dishonor on you, dishonor on your cow.
It's like the tree of good and evil or something. I don't know. I walk up to the tree.
Pinch it.
As you begin to enter into the town, Story like steps forth boldly with the rest of you, walking onto the street itself. And you like as soon as you exit out of the forest, it's as if you can this picture of like water slowly, like your ears pop as if you're like coming out from like really, really deep underwater. And all of a sudden, music begins to play. If I can actually get this figured out. 1 second.
Ellie, sing us a song. La 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 la. That was beautiful, Ellie. Well done.
Good job, Ed.
That was beautiful. I couldn't understand any of the words, but
It wasn't very.
It is the second stroke we've had today.
Hey. Min did not have a stroke. He's
I was
just
talking
naturally that crippled.
talking about Virian's stroke comment.
I was talking
Oh.
about talon stroke. Sometimes I look in the mirror and I feel like half of my face is actually drooping,
Oh, that's not good.
and I feel like I try to tell myself that I'm getting older. It's just wrinkles. But
You're not that old.
I feel like
I know I'm not.
You should
but,
see a doctor about that.
Age is still a thing. In America, please.
They're better.
It was a
They're at
thought.
least better than other ones.
I'd rather die.
Well,
The
that
sound-
should be
YOLO.
arranged.
YOLO.
What's the best case scenario? I don't make it.
Well, the dying
Yeah.
is expensive too. Do you know how much a funeral costs?
Yeah.
It ain't coming out of my pocket.
If I just walk into the ocean right now and never return, then like
Yeah, burial
there's
at
a
sea
lot
or
of
being
cost.
cremated. I doubt those are very expensive.
Well, at which point
you're
it's not your
still-
problem.
Funerals are still like cremations go about $10,000.
Strap me to a rocket and just
Yeah, you're gonna pay for the rocket.
Yeah, that's an expensive funeral.
put me in a landfill. It don't matter.
If I just walk up of one of these mountains, never to be seen, just here into the Appalachians.
But yeah, as you step out of the forest itself, your ears pop and a rush of sound impacts you. You could hear the muffled sound of music and dancing from the periphery, but stepping out of this what it feels like this deep underwater dark forest into this lively city, this little town set on this island, you can see sprawls of about 50 to 60 people, old men, young women, children, all dancing around this central tree. You can see drums, musical instruments, guitars, and all sorts of different lutes are being plucked as people begin to dance and laugh and sing. And you watch as Story runs out of the forest, and without skipping a beat, you watch as he kind of enters into this dance that the rest of them are doing. There's this chorus of Story, and this chorus of cheers as they all begin to dance in unison. You watch as the rest of the people, you can see a couple elderly women, a couple older men, kind of look at the rest of you and kind of beckon in, come participate. You see there's food, immense bowls of fresh fruit, different cooked meats, red wine is flowing abundantly. It is a festival, a party. To say the least, it seems as if it is the perfect dream of every adventurer to have a party like this.
Do I get the sense that it would be forbidden to touch the tree?
Roll me insight.
I feel like the music's about to stop abruptly.
Yeah, cue the record scratch noise.
19.
19? You get the
Yeah.
sense that as long as you didn't harm the tree, you should be fine.
I rolled a nat 1.
Okay.
I say, I think you should whack that tree with my sword.
Instruction unclear.
I'm thinking of
Candle
that
thing.
scene from Avatar when Sokka and the gang are in the forest. He's just swinging his machete everywhere. Anyway, Varian walks up to the tree. He takes a moment just staring at it. He just places his hand on the roots of the tree coming over. I don't know.
As you place your hands on it, you it feels slightly warm, as if magical energy is infused into this at some point in time. And you see that the roots, as there's a brief flash in your mind as roots begin to like delve down into the streets, and you watch as the roots spread all over this part of this island, and the roots, like you get the sense, end right here in a perfect line. And in this brief moment, you get the sense that this tree of some sort is holding back the encroach of the coral forest in some way. And as you stand there with your hand on it, all of a sudden, one of the women like dances by you, grabs your hand, and attempts to pull you into the dance itself.
Oh, Talon.
Is the tree bearing fruit?
There it is. And it is the fruit that everybody else is eating too. It's like a cross between like an apple of some sort, but it has a little bit of like, it looks like an apple, a little bit of a shine to it, but you also see there's a little bit of peach fuzz.
I'm going to
The lotus, man.
I'm going to pluck one of the pieces of fruit from the tree.
Oh boy.
Okay. Are you gonna resist the young lady trying to pull you into the dance?
I am.
Okay, go ahead and
My wife may be dead, but I'm still loyal.
That's fair. That's fair.
Make a strength check and just drop this kid.
This new woman has like a 28.
As you do like slightly resist, you see that the grip on the young woman kind of slackens a little bit, and she kind of dances away. She doesn't seem offended at all. She just wanted you to enjoy the joy of being part of this kind of festivity. But again, the rest of the party goers look at the rest of you and beckon you closer to come enjoy the food, the drink, the dance, the laughter.
This feels like a trap, but Min's going in. Full dance mode.
All right. Go ahead and give me a performance check. You have advantage. As soon as you enter in, you feel the music kind of like begin to step and beat with you. The drums like in precision. Now, Min,
13 on the performance.
A what?
13.
13. Decent enough. You were able to keep time, like dance around. You like it is not a difficult dance to pick up by any means, but it is tiring. It is a lot of movement, dancing around in circles and circles, trying your very best to keep up with it is exhausting.
At least I'm doing it.
What about the rest of you?
I'm gonna smile at Ellie and like wave her out, like, come on!
I do join in.
Yeah.
Ellie, go ahead and make me a performance check with advantage.
Oh, good lord! Ellie!
A 31.
You need to relax there.
Bruh. Ellie, as Ellie elegantly
literally
steps into the circle of torchlight, she enlarges herself to the perfect size of an elegant gown, and you watch as her travel clothes slowly transform into a beautiful starry gown, mirroring the night sky as she begins to step in time with this dance. Now, Ellie, the reason why you probably are doing so well is you know this dance. A dance taught to mortals by the Dreamweaver himself as a means of enjoyment, excitement. It is canonically the most infectious dance ever to be taught to mortals, and provides one of the most enjoyable dancing experiences known to mortals. You, however,
the electric slide.
Yeah, it's the Cupid shuffle.
I'm pretty sure what you mean is Cotton Eye Joe.
Yeah.
Well, alright, I'll be honest. I've seen Cotton Eye Joe kind of fizzle sometimes. I have never seen the Cupid Shuffle fail to get the entire room in line.
True. But Ellie, as you begin this dance, and it is monumental, cheers begin to echo around the courtyard itself, echoing through the city, raising their voices high as you put every single last soul within this village to shame. As they have been dancing this dance their entire lives, but you dance with such knowledge and dexterity that all the rest of the people can do is seem to dance around you. Now, with this dance, you do know this one thing. The dance of the Dreamweaver can only be performed by mortals once until they forget it indefinitely. Unless they are again taught by a deity themselves this dance. So the fact that they are dancing this upon the arrival of strangers into their midst speaks volumes, but also potentially
Dreamweaver.
This village has or is in communication with the Dreamweaver more common.
I'm calling the fact that Story is the Dreamweaver.
All right. What about the rest of you? Clayton,
comment?
Savage.
I want to
Brave?
eat. I want to eat that fruit and see
Yeah,
if
eat
anything
it.
happens.
All right. You take a bite of it.
It's gonna do something. Have you ever had shrooms before?
Go ahead and roll me a d20.
Oh boy. I've got the
Yeah.
blessings on hand. Here we go.
It probably is shrooms. Oh. Oh no.
What'd you roll?
But you can't see it?
Oh, it's a natural one.
Oh no.
As you bite into it, nothing happens. You just taste a very delicious fruit. It is like the firmness and the crispness of an apple. You can break it off into chunks, but as you kind of take a bite and you squish it in your mouth, it is the sweetness and a little bit of sourness of the apple mixed with the flavor of the peach and a little bit of pear.
I'm gonna go up to Viri and just be like, "What have you got there?"
You good, bro? Man's just on the side panting because the dancing's so rough.
Varian is gonna kind of let his face droop a little and gonna turn to Savage and let some of the fruit come out the side of his mouth. But it's okay.
In my professional opinion, you might need to see a priest or something.
What about the rest of you? Does anybody want to try to the food? That one of the fruits? Does anybody want to hop back into the dancing and stuff?
I'll give one of the fruits a shot.
I'm gonna try to actually hold on. I need something to give me strength. I can't cast life transference on myself.
Can I do that?
Oh, life transference is just it's a healing spell. I give of my life to then heal somebody else. So Min's just gonna go for it a second time, see if he can catch a second wind.
Okay, yeah, go ahead and roll me a Constitution saving throw.
Is anybody sitting in this one?
You can see that there's a group of older women and men sitting in there. You can tell that they're kind of just resting at this moment in time. Almost every single person within this town square is dancing or seems to be enjoying the fruit, resting to be able to dance.
And what about The main pyramid here.
Up here, you can see that part of this is lit, but then past here is just kind of dark. You get the sense that right now the entire village is in this situation. Savage, as you bite into the fruit, go ahead and roll a d20 for me.
I got an 18 on that second performance.
Perfect. Yeah, you are able to 100% get a second wind and hop back into things.
I got a 16.
A 16. Go ahead and roll a d4.
2.
Of all the things I thought my character was going to do, I never thought they were going to be dancing so much in this campaign.
As you bite into this fruit and the juices kind of course through your body, you can taste the sweetness and the delectableness of this fruit itself. But then in a flash, all of a sudden you feel very charismatic. For 2 seconds, exactly 2 seconds, your charisma score is set to 30.
Shoot!
And then it after those 2 seconds go out, it defaults back to your original score. But for those 2 seconds, you feel like you could convince anybody of anything.
Interesting. I'm gonna not finish this fruit. We're gonna hold on to this.
All right, Clayton, what are you doing?
I don't know. Probably just like kind of enjoy watching the festivities, honestly.
Hey Clayton, you should try this. Toss him the fruit.
I'm not into hallucinogens.
Who said anything about hallucinating?
Just observing you all is enough for me.
Do it yourself.
Varian's just gonna start asking people where the Dreamweaver is.
Every time you kind of stop to ask someone, they kind of smile, kind of laugh, and then dance away. And they kind of say, wait, and they each time you kind of try to do that, you get this they as they dance away, they say, wait until the festivities are done.
Oh, it could be some sort of a hive mind bullcrap, isn't it?
It's pretty much everybody is just saying, we'll tell you, we'll answer all of your questions, but take a load off now. Dance, enjoy the night.
Since they didn't all that troubled by the picking of the fruit, if I were to take a handful of them, do you save for later? Would that be
sure?
That bad?
I mean, you don't get the sense that they would be that useful in combat.
I never said anything about using them in combat.
Or anything. Okay, yeah. You
just
can take
using the dragon.
I'm just saying, if they have possible effects, maybe we can do some mad science later and figure it out.
Alright.
Barry's gonna go talk to the old people and...
Lots of monks used to distill things, I'm just saying.
Oh, that's actually not a bad idea.
Alright.
Charisma cider.
Yeah. You approach the old people sitting on it, and they say the same thing. Enjoy yourself. We dance tonight, and tomorrow we will answer your questions.
So we're gonna cut down the tree, right?
No. No.
I pull out my sword.
No, please, no.
Please don't. I don't feel like creating a secondary character tonight. It would only be secondary for 2 minutes, because then my character would be dead. And I like Min. I want Min to live a long life with shenanigans.
Oh, I'm just sharpening it to the rhythm of the song. Just Yep, just sharpening my sword.
But yeah.
Nothing strange going on here.
I'm gonna climb the pyramid.
I'm still dancing.
Halfway, and there are people kind of standing guard. and they're gonna be like, please make your way back down to the city. I promise we will answer all of your questions, but this is a sacred ground.
I'm going to pull out 2 of the 7 remaining alabaster wobbleheads and start showing them to people.
Brilliant. They are very impressed.
I give one to a child.
How long am I able to continue dancing?
Like,
Min is chunky and
it
somehow managed to roll an 18.
I'm gonna go to that fountain.
You are able to. How long do you want to dance?
Can I give him some support?
I mean, I'm just gonna keep dancing until somebody still tells me to stop,
Yeah, I'm just tapping.
or
my
until
foot,
you
my
know
middle
all the
foot on
music just
ground.
obstruct, like until all the music abruptly ends because somebody did something they weren't supposed to do.
All right. Okay.
Varian's chilling at that pond over there. Or oasis, whatever you want to call it.
All right.
Yeah, we're not going to do that.
Okay. Virian, is there anything that you are like looking for over at the pond and stuff?
No, I mean, unless something sticks out, but no, he's just chilling there until things settle down, I guess.
Okay. The night passes very quickly for all of you. Each of you that are dancing dances until the day breaks and the sun rises.
Oh, good lord. I'm gonna get an exhaustion level, aren't I?
As the sun is slowly beginning to rise, each of like the people are going to go around to each one of you individually again and is going to offer you some of the fruit. Please partake. We would love you to have this. This will help you.
Okay. I'm just gonna eat it whole.
Okay. Roll me a d20.
Kuna Matata.
Here it comes.
Virian, what did you roll last time?
A crit fail.
Add 1 to that.
You got a 2?
I got a dos.
Nothing happens.
Oh, good. Then why'd you have me roll? So not like the thing that was supposed to help me just doesn't help me.
I mean, no. Like you get the sense that you like after you have like eaten it and stuff. They seem to be very happy that you do. And it was like a small child. Like you seem that they're very pleased that you were able to like you get the sense that they were very earnest and like, hey, we want to help you.
I'm getting New Mexico cult vibes right now.
All right. Another small child runs up to you, Clayton, and offers you some of the fruit and like kind of like encourages you. Please just try it. Like it will help you, I promise.
Help?
I want to make an insight check.
Go ahead and roll insight for me.
Not very good. 9.
9? It's really, really hard to tell because like it is a child, but you get this like it has a very earnest face on him, and like he like true like as he's offering it up to you, you don't sense like any malicious like intent. It's not gonna hurt you. It's not gonna harm you in any way.
I'll take it and hold it in my hand, kind of seeing if me just taking it will make the kid scamper off.
He's kind of waiting there expectantly.
Can I make an investigation check on the fruit?
Sure.
Or no. Medicine check.
Medicine? Yeah, I'll allow that.
Survival. Or maybe Arcana.
15.
15? This fruit is slightly magical, and it has some sort of, like, healing ability to it. Some like you can't place exactly what it is. It seems a little bit familiar, like the magic seems a little bit familiar, but it doesn't seem like derogatory yet.
Then I'll take a bite and chew slowly to see if there's any effect or anything before I swallow.
Okay, go ahead and roll me a d20.
$16 straight roll.
16, okay. Now go ahead and roll me a d4.
A d4?
Mm-hmm.
2.
2. For exactly 2 seconds, you feel like you could convince anybody of anything, and your charisma score is set to 30 for 2 seconds.
Like just right now?
Yeah, it like 1, 2, it is like all of a sudden you just feel very charismatic, and then it drops back down to your regular score.
Okay.
Someone wants to sell me something.
And he's very, very, you see the boy is very, very happy, and he scampers off. Brave, they are going to come up to you and offer you the fruit too.
I will partake of the fruit.
All right, go ahead and roll me a d20. Ellie, they'll also come up to you and offer it to you.
I roll a natural 19.
No.
Go ahead and roll a d4 for me.
Also, just as a heads up, it is currently 10 o'clock.
Yes.
Did we
We'll
have
be wrapping things up shortly. I'm just going to resolve this and we'll be done.
Okay.
All right, a 3.
A 3? All right, for exactly 3 seconds, you feel that your intelligence score is set to 30.
He has an epiphany.
Wait, our characters know what an intelligence score is?
Like, you just all of a sudden feel really, really smart.
He does.
How do I remove the curse of the armor?
Yeah, with an intelligence, you become super self-aware. You see the whole plot for the whole campaign, and then forget it when the intelligence score drops.
As you bite into it and you think to yourself like that, you like for those 3 seconds that you have that intelligence and stuff, you make some quick, very, very intense calculations, and I will say that you're able to determine one thing, and I'll give you one piece of information from this. It involves a deity, but you don't know which, and you're about to like connect the dots of which deity it is before all of a sudden your intelligence drops back to me.
You suddenly have the inspiration to finish your whole book in 4 seconds.
All right, Ellie, they come to you and offer you the fruit too.
I kind of take it without hesitation.
And you're gonna take a bite?
Mm-hmm.
All right, go ahead and roll a d20 for me.
Okay. Well.
Oh. All right, go ahead and roll a d4 for me.
All right. Roll to not explode.
D4, you said?
Mm-hmm. Two. All right. For exactly 2 seconds, you feel like the wisest of all the scholars. You can, like, for 2 seconds, all the wisdom of, like, your very, very long life, and then a lot of other very, very long lives kind of come together, and you feel like you could unravel the mysteries of the universe. And then right before you have time, it drops back down to your normal wisdom.
Okay.
All right. And with that, as you all dance your night away, as the sun rises, slowly the music fades and comes to a stop as the rest of the village begins slowly panting out a cheer and begins to go around hugging each other. Everybody gets the effects of a long rest, and everybody who partook of the fruit gets the effects of a hero's feast.
Ooh. What are the effects of a hero's feast again?
When we start next session, I will remind everybody, and we'll take care of it then.
Cool.
But with that, we'll go ahead and end tonight's session there, as the village of dreaming begins to circle around your party, smiles and laughter, and they begin to usher you all into the houses to be able to conversate and discuss the reason for you all being here. But fresh in your minds was the night of dancing, joy, and amazing food. But slowly, as you begin to step into the houses, each one of you, the dance that you may or may not have participated in slowly fades from your memories and disappears. And that is where we will end tonight's session.
My dear friends, come here, come closer. Thank you so much. You have watched the video, you made it to the end. Truly, it means so much to us, but we wanted to thank a couple more people. Of course, we thank you. You are one of the greatest people to thank because, quite frankly, we do this for you. This is for you to watch. Other than that, it's just a bunch of friends being idiots together. So, thank you. Obviously, we want to thank the Tavern Tales and Studio Shinto, who they created this beautiful game with all these fun things to play with, and it's a great place for us to come together to play the game we all love. Alright, next up, we wanted to thank all of our players for everything that they do, the time that they take out of their day to come here every week and pull off stupid shenanigans like we do. So, thank you to all of the players, and to our DM, of course, as well, Caleb Reynolds. Very good DM. Top notch. Okay, let's see here. What else do we have? Oh, of course. There's a cameraman here. We are very grateful for our dear videographer, Trevor Jones. Thank you for all you do. There's just so many things. We have a good one. Babies from the Tavern. If you have not seen their channel, they also play D&D in Tavern Tales like us, and their content is perfect. I love it. You should go check them out. We will leave a little link here and down below as well. With that, I think that's all of the thank yous that we have. But just a petite little reminder to subscribe if you are not subscribed, so that you get all of our notifications when we are posting our fun videos for you. And to watch it for the shorts that we will be posting, and then come back here to this video, find the timestamp, drop it in the comments, and we'll give you a little shout out here. So thank you again for everything so much. Goodbye, and we will see you next time on the Arcane World. Bye bye.